Dricus Du Plessis will be back this weekend in Oklahoma City, and he will go up against former welterweight champion Kamaru Usman, and what a fight it's gonna be in the middleweight division. We've got the return of Dricus Du Plessis back this weekend in Oklahoma City, and he will go up against the former welterweight champion Kamaru the Nigerian Nightmare Usman, the former welterweight champion, and this promises to be an absolute war of a fight. It's gonna be a great battle, a good stylistic matchup for both guys, and it's gonna be good to see if Dricus Du Plessis has improved on his wrestling. Obviously, he got dominated by Khamzat Chimaev in his last fight, where he lost his belt. Obviously, he was the former UFC middleweight champion, and he lost his belt against Khamzat Chimaev, and this is gonna be a good one. Obviously, since then, earlier this year, we had Khamzat Chimaev defending his belt for the first time against Sean Strickland, but what a good fight that was from Sean Strickland, and he is now the UFC middleweight champion. I do think it's gonna be a number one contender fight. This, for whoever wins, will go up and challenge Sean Strickland for the middleweight strap. But guys, it's an African rivalry that I am so looking forward to, between Dricus Du Plessis and Kamaru Usman. It's gonna be a good one, and I can't wait for it. When we look at previous opponents that these two warriors inside the Octagon has faced in the last couple of years, obviously Dricus, before he lost his fight against Khamzat Chimaev, he was on an absolute tear of a run, and he beat former UFC middleweight champions in Israel Adesanya, former middleweight champion, and also he beat the now champion Sean Strickland. What a fight that was! What two fights that was between Dricus Du Plessis and Sean Strickland. Obviously, they fought twice, and obviously they can still fight the third time if Dricus Du Plessis wins this fight against Kamaru Usman. But before that, he obviously went up against Robert Whittaker, also a former middleweight champion. He looked absolutely incredible in Las Vegas against a guy like Robert Whittaker, and he got the knockout victory there. And then Brad Tavares, that was an absolute war of a fight between Dricus Du Plessis and Brad Tavares, and Dricus Du Plessis, he got the decision win there at the end. And obviously Darren Toll, that was an incredible fight as well for Dricus Du Plessis. But Derek Brunson was also a good wrestler, and he got through that with flying colors as well. And Dricus Du Plessis was absolutely good in that one as well. But when we look at Kamaru Usman's previous fights that he has got, he's got a good one over Joaquin Buckley in his last one. But before that, he lost his belt, obviously, against Leon Edwards in the welterweight division. He had fought Khamzat Chimaev as well in the middleweight division, and he made it close. That was the closest fight that anybody has had against obviously Khamzat Chimaev. Obviously, we did see Sean Strickland just beat Khamzat Chimaev, but before that, that was the closest that Khamzat Chimaev came to a loss. And Kamaru Usman, he showed why he's a good wrestler and why he's a good fighter and a future UFC Hall of Famer one day. But guys, it's gonna be exciting in Oklahoma City this weekend. I simply can't wait for it. It's gonna be a thrilling fight come this weekend, and we've got some epic fights to look forward to as well. In the co-main event, we've got Jared Cannonier, the former UFC top contender in the middleweight division, and he will go up against Christian Leroy Duncan in the co-main event. It's gonna be a barn burner as well come Oklahoma City this weekend. I can't wait for that fight as well. But guys, let me know in the comments, who do you think is the favorite to win the fight between Dricus Du Plessis and Kamaru Usman this weekend? I would love to hear your thoughts and your comments down below. Make sure to hit that notifications for future UFC and MMA content. It always helps. Guys, that is it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.